bag full of discs, you can carry a trash bag full of fucking beers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just take care of the course. You know what I'm saying? Because the moment that we don't, not generalizing all of us, but the moment that someone doesn't do that, it's just going to give the community a bad rap, right? Like no
Yeah.
one wants to go to a course and have to walk over bottles and stuff like that. And luckily, like for me, from my experience, I'm sure with you, because we played hella rounds already, but
Mm.
like we haven't seen that, but still
Yes.
there's going to
That's
be those times.
that's what I was gonna say, dude. Like, okay, there's a lot of courses that you and I have been on where people make an art of the beer bottle cap. You know what I mean? Like they'll hit
Yeah.
it into the
Yeah.
wood, and then all of a sudden it's like a
Yeah.
community kind of thing, and everyone is doing it who's out there, But you also don't see like shit and litter around because just like in the environment when you see people in parks, for some reason another person will have to pick up your shit. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
they'll do it because they respect the game that much. In fact,
Yeah.
let me give you one of Confucius's thoughts here. Huh. He who shits on DG course is also known as asshole. You have a dog and it's out there with you. It's cool if it's not on a leash to me, as long as it's obedient, and not like catching people's discs or
Yeah.
like running off with them and being like a nuisance. But if it shits, pick it up. Don't ruin it
Yeah.
for everyone else where like, it has a chance of like your disc landing in it. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
like it's just be respectful. That's one thing that like I
Yeah.
totally like emphasize in not like necessarily like you'll feel the vibe of being respectful once you're out there anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. And to kind of go off on that note of being respectful, dude, like the one thing that's so awesome is that people at the course are so freaking like awesome, man. Like I played so many rounds already. You played so many rounds. I've never met
Mm,
a dude who was an asshole on a course. People are always like, "Hey, can I play through?" Sure, man, go ahead. Hey, do you want to join us? We're playing with 3 other people. Yeah, I'm down. Like people are so open and stuff like that. And that's what's like so awesome about the community. And also, like if you lose your disc, people will also ask you like, "Hey, did you lose a disc?" And you're like, "Shit, I did. What is it?" "Oh, it's Discmania driver, whatever." And they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, is it sure is the red one?" I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man." And luckily,
yeah.
like not everyone writes their name on the back of a disc. I don't do that. I probably should in the future even put a sticker or something, because losing a disc, it does suck, but there's also kind of hindsight to it. You lose a disc, hey man, you get to buy a brand new one. So it's not,
Yeah,
so that's the other
exactly.
thing. But people are so open about leaving discs, and giving them back to people. But there are still some people who do find a disc and keep it, like people will do that, but yeah, man, that's just one thing about the community is everyone's like willing to help you, like if you lost a disc or if you need help finding a disc, people will even like stop what they're doing to go help you look in the bush. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like that
Totally.
community is so fucking awesome, man. That's what I love about it, dude. It's
It's
just it's
actually
never
like
it's yeah.
for a person like me who's like at first wasn't like the most social butterfly, it was
Mm-hmm.
kind of like overwhelming how chill people were. You know what
Oh,
I
super
mean?
chill.
No one feels like held back. People go out of their way to let the next people behind them know that the hole is clear. Just
Yeah.
like you're saying, they'll go out and help you. Um, and then there's just other aspects. The second reason, and this is what you're kind of getting at, the second reason, I feel I love this game is that it is just extremely fun. It's just
Extremely.
extremely fun. The only people who I find don't find it to be fun are the ones who have never played it. Like,
Yeah.
like if you go out there and you play it, like if you're one of those people who are like, okay, my friend said it's fun, I'll go and give it a try, and you're negative about it, I think you'll still go out there and have a good time. Whereas in
Yeah.
like real golf, like not real golf, ball golf,
Yeah.
like you won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're not
Yeah.
hitting it like and keeping up with other
Yeah.
people, like
Yeah.
it's a bad thing. It's a bad experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over here, if you're throwing bad throws, it's all good. Like people are like, dude, like, like it's all good, do it again, or just throw another one, because they'll know that you're not too good at it yet. but they want you to
Hmm.
come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
In ball golf, they don't want you to come back sometimes.
yeah. They just want you to keep it moving, right?
Yeah, and like not come
Yeah,
back. Like literally, they're like, "This is our course," you know. Like someone else
and
will go to here.
yeah, and this DG game is so humbling in a
Oh
fun and positive way because,
yeah,
dude, you know, bro, we played couple rounds yesterday. Me and you, like, for me personally, I had a shitty first round. Like, it was just like, okay, I had a really bad round. Second round came, it was just complete opposite. Like, I had a pretty decent round. I was like, okay, like it
yeah,
made up for it, you know. And
yeah,
the thing is too, it's like we're all going to make bad shots, right? We're all not perfect. Even pros make bad shots. It's just it's part of the game, dude, you know. But the fact is that, like, okay, if I make a bad shot on this hole, I know that next time around I'm gonna do it different. And you always have that chance to do better, right? Like, it's not
mm,
the end of the world, dude. The for me, I mean, I love when I get like a good score, but no matter what, like me and you're talking about yesterday, if I get like some decent throws and they feel right, that's
yeah,
just like that's just butter. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, that's what's amazing about it, man, is that, you know, because when me and you play, like, we have a very fun and competitive way, you know. Like if you get a birdie on that, I want to be like, fuck, I want to try to get a birdie on that next time. And it's like fun, you know, like that's what's cool, you know. And like we have a very fun competitive round, you know. It's not like, oh man, you suck, you know. It's not even about that. Like, we
yeah,
just go out there and it's always just good vibes, dude. And that's what I love about it. And
totally.
it's just, no matter what, man, it's so fun. And even playing by yourself is fun too, you know. Like, I recommend to
Absolutely.
people out there, if you've never played around by yourself, go out there, play around, and you're really going to see how your game is. Not saying like people's game would suck, but you're really going to see, like, okay, how is my experience when I throw, you know. And you have like a lot of focus too, you know. But playing around even by yourself is really fun. But other than that, man, playing around with a bunch of buddies is even better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you can, you know, like go with the person who's introducing it to you so you can kind of follow their lead in a way. But
Yeah.
if you can find a group of people who are like at your same like experience level, like have played it the
Hmm.
same amount of time you have, go out there too, you know. It's like super
Yeah.
good. And there's boys and girls. Like don't
Yep.
think that it's like a male dominated thing or it's like a woman dominated thing in any which
Oh,
way. It's
everyone kills it, dude.
everyone, kids, everyone is welcome, dude. I see it,
Hmm.
it looks like one of the greatest sports that a grandparent can experience with their grandkid, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
think see
I
old
remember
people.
yeah, like I remember at Villa Maria, dude. I think, I'm not sure if I was with you or maybe I was with like one of our other buddies you play with, but I was there at Villa Maria in Cupertino at the course, and they're just like this older dude, bro. He had to be at least like 70 plus, you know. And
Yeah.
this guy literally had 3 discs, bro. He had no bag and he was just ripping it, like ripping it so far, you know. And I'm just like, damn, man, one day if I ever become old like that, I want to still be playing DG, because at the end of the day, it's really fun. But what's even better, dude, is like, it's literally hiking. It's That's what I try to tell people too. It's like you're literally hiking at the same time and getting exercise and being in the outdoors,
That's
but you're
right.
also having fun. And that's what's so dope about it, you know?
That's right. Like you could be hiking and then all of a sudden you have a 3 foot putt. And in fact, we have a little bit of sound of my heart when I was at a 3 foot putt yesterday. And then I missed. And then like I was just like, fuck off. And then I walked away slowly. It's just sad. But
Yeah,
yeah, no, a
yeah.
3 foot putt, dude. If you get a fucking good drive, a 3 foot putt can be nerve wracking. You never know.
Hell yeah. It's not, that's why it's like, that's why I find funny about the game of disc golf is that when you think you have it figured out,
Yes. Yeah.
sometimes you don't and sometimes you do, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you could be having a great round and then the next round you're just like, you get humbled so quick. And
Oh,
that's like what the great part about it is, that you have a roller coaster of emotions, you know. If we were always doing good every single day,
yeah.
I just feel like where would the challenge be, right? I want to be challenged, right? So
Yeah. No, if you're doing good every single day, then you need to expand further, you know, and you
mhm.
need to like then you like need to go to a different course. And that's the beauty of it. Like you could have a short course like what we played yesterday, the great Villa Maria down in
Mhm.
San Jose.
Cupertino.
Uh Cupertino. And yeah, Villa Maria, very challenging because it's a technical course, but it's a short
Mm,
course, you know. Or
yeah.
you could have like completely open courses that are kind of long, like give me a long one.
Kelly Park, San Jose.
Right. Kelly Park,
Yeah.
San Jose. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one too, because
Yeah. It's just,
the
yeah, man.
distance. I
Yeah, I
was
just
just
feel like,
worried because when I said, "Hey, you know, give me a long one," I thought you would be like,
He's pulling his cock out.
"Luckily,
yeah, it's
luckily you
just
knew what I was talking about."
yeah. Yeah, it's just that's the other thing too, is like you want to test your game when you go to different courses. You want to go to short courses, technical shots like Villa Maria. You want to go to, like a course that we've been to together also is like Kelly Park, or we went to La Raza. Remember, La Raza was like
Mhm.
super humbling, dude. I was like,
Absolutely.
that's the one course I feel like we ought to go back to, bro, because that course literally humbled me with a big ass piece of fucking humble pie, bro. Like it
Yeah,
was just, it was
it's a good
so, it just was so
combination.
different, so
Yeah,
different, so different,
it's a combination of both. Like Kelly Park is open, so you can kind of grip it and rip it, you know.
Yep.
Whereas like Villa Maria is like short and technical, and then there's La Raza, where it's like the drive is grip it and rip it, but then you're super technical after that. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then
Yeah.
your drive has to be like a calculated drive where it's somewhat open, but you have to make sure to veers dog leg left, you know, or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that's like one of the cool things is the challenge of it as well. Um, Back to how you were mentioning like the hiking aspect of it. Um, that's one thing I do love as well about DG is that I pack up like I'm going hiking. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's not
Yeah.
like, okay, like I have my golf bag and like I put it on my shoulder and it has everything that's in it and I get up and I go. Like
Hmm.
DGing is like, okay, let me do my checklist, you know, like but like let me
Yeah.
go to my cell phone and do my checklist of like, okay, what course am I doing? I'm gonna use these discs most likely. So let me put it in this slot. And then my
Yeah.
remainder just put it here and like let me get my water, let me get my
Yeah.
disc retriever, let me get my towel, let me get my
Yeah.
resin bag, you know.
Yeah.
Um, all that stuff. So I love the preparation, just getting out there as well. That to me is a little bit of hiking.
Yeah. What would you say, looking at your bag or setup, or just off the top of your head, what would you say is your most important thing in your bag?
Probably my weed pipe. No, I'm just kidding. Let me see. What would be my most important thing? Okay, so I gotta have my blue dynamic driver disc, you know.
Hmm.
Of course, that's the most important thing. Shit. That's my most important thing. Um
Kind of stumped you, huh?
Yeah, I guess like there's a combination of stuff. Like, you know, my three go-to discs is basically the most important. Like that like it doesn't matter what else, but those three discs
Hmm.
are definitely like a must. What about for you? That's a
Yeah.
great question.
For me, it kind of breaks down to two, but I feel like the first one kind of coincides with the second one. But I would say my little like um grip, little chalk resin bag, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
That's so important because I feel like like for me, and most importantly, I feel like my grip is like having the right grip is so important for me to throw
Yeah.
disc, because
That's one of
I've
my
had it
biggest
happen. I've had,
mistakes.
yeah, dude, I've had it happen before where I threw a disc and the disc just slips. It's just, it's natural. But
Yeah.
if I didn't have to say that, I would say my driver is probably
Okay.
my most important disc. That is like my money right there. I love that. I thought that's so important, but it's just so hard to choose, like what's my favorite disc. I would love a putter. If a putter can throw as far as a fucking distance driver, if any company out there makes a throwing distance driver putter, that would be fucking wild, you know,
Throwing distance driver.
slash putter. Like imagine the distance driver you throw can also be a putter. That would be fucking crazy.
Well, I do have my Nomad approach driver. I mean, my
Yeah,
approach putter.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
approach and a putter, but yeah, that would be kind of ill.
Because
Interesting.
the dynamics are really different, right? You think about drivers are usually flat, super thin, you know, and then putters kind of have more of a deeper like base, right? Like you have something to
What the
grab on,
fuck
like
are
they're
you
more
talking about?
deep. Oh yeah, but yeah, dude. But other than that, man, yeah, I'd say that's so important.
Yeah.
Do you Do you think, so my question for you is this,